Hello there and welcome to FSM Financial School of Management, which is going to be keeping you updated on all the latest finance news. So today what we're going to be talking about is, obviously everyone's aware of the recent crisis which is hitting the UK and obviously around the world, coronavirus. But what we're going to talk about today is actually how you yourself can benefit from the coronavirus and actually make some money. A lot of people are working from home, so a lot of blogs are telling them to learn a new skill. So today I just want to breeze through some things but teach you guys a little lesson. This is mainly for people maybe out there that don't know much about stocks and shares, but you can make a lot of money from coronavirus. There are a lot of businesses that are profiting from corona. So we can have a look and we can move on, and I'll show you a few bits. So, first thing first, I want to talk to you about what we'll cover today. So mainly what a share is. Many people don't know what actually the definition of a share is. Then moving on to basically the few things that we'll cover today also will be what companies and industries are actually benefiting from coronavirus at the moment. And lastly, what stocks and shares you should be investing in yourself that you can make a profit on. So what grants the highest returns, and also what platforms can you actually purchase those stocks and shares on altogether. So what is a share? So a share, stocks or shares, are pieces of a company that are divided among the company's shareholders and owners. They are usually sold when the company needs money. So at the basic level, what a share is the total value of the company divided up, basically. So if a company, example is here, basically, Greg owns a company called Greg's Limited. The company is worth £1 million, but the company has 50 million shares. That means that each share is worth £2, because once you divide it up equally, each share is the cost of how much the company owns divided by how many shares there actually is. So some people might be very familiar with something called an IPO, an initial public offering. That's basically the earliest a company can go public. So many companies are private at the beginning. It might just be the shareholders and the CEO that hold all of the shares. But when a company wants to, as it says here, they're usually sold when the company needs money. It will go public. So it's the earliest point that me or you can buy a share in that particular company. So what I'm going to do today is just run through, hopefully as quickly as I can, the PowerPoint slide, and then show you some practical examples as well, as I show you some things on London Stock Exchange and some places where you can buy. What stocks to invest in. So there's 3 different types of stocks that you should be looking for in the market at the moment when there's a recession or when there's a crash. Obviously you want to look for cheap stocks or shares, so ones that will recover when the market picks back up. So at the moment they might be down, but when this coronavirus clears, maybe Boris Johnson's come out and said it's a 12-week plan, maybe after 12 weeks, 6 months to a year, will these stocks and shares, whether they have rebounded, and therefore would you have made profit? Second, consistent coins. So consistent stocks, despite what's going on in the market at the moment, that particular stock or share is still continue to rise or going against the grain of going down as all the stocks. So all the stocks in the market and everything that's happening at the moment, the shares have all depleted. They're all running low. They're all dropping by 50, 60%. But there are some that are going against the grain that, despite everyone going down, they are consistently staying at the same level or even going up. So we'll talk about those. Lastly, stocks you want to also be interested in are good companies. No matter what, these are strong companies regardless. You want to buy a stock or share in this company regardless of what's happening in the market. They're just a good share to have. So moving on quickly, first one I want to talk about household goods. I'm sure you guys will know you're washing your hands every single second. You're cleaning the surfaces every single second. These are going up tremendously at the moment in terms of value, in terms of share price. These are 3 particular companies that I've chosen that are flying off the handle. So Clorox, you might not be familiar with them, but if you bought any disinfectant wipes, bleach, disinfectant spray, especially in the US, this is a big stock for them at the moment. Big share that is going up in huge amount of value. Shares have been up since last February. And then they went up again, obviously, because of this particular crisis in March again. And they're seeing huge gains. Purell is another one. If you bought any hand sanitizer, most likely it is from Purell. And those products are, as it says here, flying off the shelf at the moment. So they've actually had to increase production because of the amount of people that the high demand that's been placed on it. Lysol is another one. So they're more multi-service cleaners and heavy-duty disinfectants that you might see. And there's another share that people should be investing in if they are keen to, because they are going up. But these are just 3 examples. There are any household cleaning product out there that you can even think of would most likely have gone up in value because of the current crisis. So you've got to start thinking. Most people are buying these products to clean their house, but if you want to get a step ahead of the game, you also want to be thinking about, well, if I'm buying this product, everyone's buying it, why don't I actually buy a stock or share in this particular company because it's going up in value? So I'll actually make my money back or more than just buying this product and cleaning my house, but I can actually make money on this particular product as well. So I just want to talk to you guys today and actually make you understand that you have the ability to make a lot of money. Some people, what I'm doing at the moment is actually focusing on trying to buy physical hand sanitizers at the moment and then sell them, because you can get them so cheap. You can look on Groupon, look wherever you want to, but you can get wholesalers that are selling these, and then you can look to distribute those as well. So just some key examples that you can maybe use and throw in. Vaccines, big one. So we've gone through household goods. Another one is vaccines at the moment that people should be focusing on. So people that drug makers, people that actually pharmaceutical companies, people that are actually designing a way to find a vaccine for coronavirus. Obviously, their share prices are booming at the moment. Also, let's take a look at a couple I've been looking at. One, Moderna, and the other is Gilead Sciences. So Moderna is the world's first clinical trial for coronavirus. It was actually conducted last month in February, and they shipped the experimental vaccine to the National Institutes of Health, which will conduct the trial. The entire process from vaccine design to manufacturing to shipment took only 7 weeks. So Moderna is looking big at the moment. Everyone's looking at them as a stock and share to invest in, because basically in the vaccine race is just a race against time. Who can find the cure the quickest? So anyone that's doing any trials, anyone that's getting closer to finding a cure for coronavirus is going up in huge value. So you can see here the stock actually went up by 25% just last month, just because of this news that they were going to be doing the clinical trial. So literally, if you'd invested £1,000 just in February, at the end of that month, you would have had £250 for doing absolutely nothing. Gilead Sciences is another huge one. National Institute of Health began a clinical trial testing the ability of Gilead's experimental drug. So their drug is called remdesivir. So this drug is actually treating people with coronavirus, or as it's written here, COVID-19. So this is going crazy. They've already shared, I think, this drug over some hospitals in China, and they're running clinical trials all the way. So this particular stock also went up 18.2% in February. So anywhere that you're reading on the blogs, or anywhere that you've got time at home, that these vaccines are going up, or pharmaceutical companies, testing companies, drug making companies, anything to do with coronavirus are likely to go up in value. So have a look at those. That's household goods, vaccines. Also, the one that most people are going to be using at the moment is going to be your virtual technology from home. So everyone is working from home, but what that means is a lot of people still want to keep fit. A lot of people still want to be active. They might not be allowed outside. I know a new ruling came in from Boris Johnson that it's basically lockdown season, so we're not going to be allowed to be walking outside unless it's critical, deemed critical, that you have to be going to the shop or somewhere that you need to be. So on that front, people that are working from home, Peloton share prices are booming at the moment. That is the bike machine from home that everyone's using at the moment. These, again, I've just put 3 down. Zoom call is going off the rails at the moment as well. A lot of people are using this. If you're working from home, I'm sure a lot of you are using Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Skype. These are all virtual technologies that are really going up in value at the moment. So I showed you at the beginning the type of stocks or shares you want to be investing in, and one of them was ones that are going against the grain. So these ones are going up in value despite the market crashing at the moment. They are increasing at a considerable rate. The last one, Netflix, anything that you guys love. Everyone loves Netflix and chill, and it is the perfect moment at the moment. Everyone is doing it, so why not benefit of that and actually invest in these products? They are going up in value every single day, and you could be benefiting from it. I've given you 3 there: household goods, vaccines, virtual technology to look at. And I've just given you a basic few. There are a basket of companies that you can invest in at the moment. Now, last one I want to focus on before I show you some practical examples is good companies. Despite current news, you still want to invest in some strong companies. So some of that would be Amazon at the moment. It's a great one to be investing in. Microsoft shares are already down, down 12%. Apple shares are down 10%. So I don't want to put a downer on it. It's actually good that these shares are down. Warren Buffett once said, when everybody's being greedy, be fearful. But when everybody is fearful, that is the time to be greedy. At the moment, the market is so fearful. Everyone is running away from the market. No one wants to invest. They're scared. Everything is dropping. So this is a chance. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, all of these share prices have gone down 10 to 20%. This is the perfect time to buy, because when the market does recover, everyone's still going to be wanting the new iPhone when it comes out in six months' time. Everyone is still going to be using Microsoft products. You use them every single day. This is PowerPoint. It's Microsoft. You use Word at work. We use Excel. All businesses are going to be investing in Microsoft products again. So it is the perfect time to be investing in these products. All I'm trying to let you guys know is that there is time to make money right now. Not just buy these products, but make money off of these products. So look down here. There's more products that you could have included. Walmart, Alphabet, Shell, some of the FTSE 100's top producing companies at the moment. You want to be having shares or stock. If you've got a spare £5, £10, £20, make sure you're looking at some of these companies. So where to actually buy some of these stocks and shares? It's great to just hear that we should be investing, but I hear a lot of that on in the analysts and on YouTube, but no one knows where to actually buy stocks and shares at the moment. So I'll give you a few, and then I'll give you some practical examples of where to look for these. Saxo Markets is a good one. They say that's one I've actually got personally, so I'll show you my demo account in a second. It's probably the best overall, I would say. IG is a very good one, it's used a lot, and that's because of pricing. Interactive Investor is another one. Hargreaves Lansdown is another one I've got. So Saxo Markets and Hargreaves are two that I've got, and IG actually 3 of the 5. Hargreaves Lansdown is a really good one for anyone that is a new beginner that might be watching this and wants to get involved in how to invest. I would say Hargreaves Lansdown is a great one as well. And then DeGiro, because of the very, very low fees. So when you're buying stocks and shares, you might get charged a slight price by the broker. DeGiro has the lowest fees for doing that as well. I'll let you guys know, obviously, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be bringing out an ebook as well. We can come back to this, but it is going to be on how to become financially free with Bitcoin as well. So I want to let you guys know that it's not just any stocks and shares you should be buying. It's also cryptocurrencies you could be getting involved in as well. So I'm quickly going to just switch over and show you some of the platforms you can be using to help you. Things like news sites I'm using at the moment. Bloomberg, this is the one talking about Clorox. Bloomberg's a great one to get some news from. NASDAQ is another one that I'm using at the moment. This is where it talks about Gilead Sciences and gives you some research on why you should be investing. I think the next one's also NASDAQ, but it talks about Gilead and Moderna. There we go. The huge surge in prices at the moment on vaccine companies. This one is Business Insider. So we'll allow that. Apologies. Business Insider is another huge one you should be using. Just do some research. When you've got time, you're working from home, you just got a chance to 10 minutes, just do a bit of research and actually look up what can I be investing in? What is the market doing at the moment? It talks about Peloton and Netflix. CNBC is another great news channel to be learning from, and this talks about a lot of the different other good companies that should be investing in. Actually, the title says this is when to buy Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet stock. This is the time right now. And Pippa Sanders, a great technical analyst who talks about that more in depth. This is Saxo. So I just explained to you that there are some places where you can buy stocks and shares. My favorite is Saxo. So I'm going to go into my, my demo account if it loads, and I can actually show you how you can be doing this at home. You can be benefiting even from sitting at home on your laptop, finish work maybe a bit earlier, or you on your lunch break. You can just be having a look at some of these channels, and you yourself could be earning a profit because of that. And it's very, very simple. You want to find an instrument, you can literally just type it in here and you can start investing straight away. So we can do maybe even Gilead. and it comes up here, Gilead Sciences, and just like that, you can start investing in the coin. Trade, and you put as much as you want to buy. You can either put the amount of shares or the amount of price that you have. So if you only have £100, you want to put £100 in, or $100, and place your order, and that would give you this amount of shares. It won't let me buy that because price exceeds aggressive tolerance, so I'm just going to change that slightly. Price we'll put at 70, shares we'll put at 10, and if I place it now, that should go through. Yeah, and it's as easy as that. I've now bought some stocks and shares in Gilead Sciences. Obviously, this is a demo account, but that's just to show you how easy it is to buy stocks and shares. It looks very daunting on this site. Saxo is quite easy to use, but it is very, very easy to do. So I just want to encourage everyone online that's watching this, or everyone that gets the chance to, please look at the market and look to start buying into some of these stocks and shares, because you can make money daily. Some things that I'll also show you, some things that I look to do. This is the London Stock Exchange, so I've just typed in Boeing. Look at these airline companies, also great to be purchasing at the moment. Boeing is a huge one. So as you can see, no one can fly in or out anywhere. You're trying to get to America, South America, Africa, wherever you want to go at the moment. It's like all airlines are shut down. You can't go anywhere. So what happens to those companies? A lot of them are going to begin to crash. A lot of them are going to begin to lose a lot of market share, a lot of sales. They're not going to be able to make enough revenue to keep going. So that means that it offers a good price for us, because it means that some of these companies will recover. You look at your British Airways, and if you are an American, or even if you want to invest in some American stock, Boeing is a huge one. Now, there's two reasons for that. As you can see here, look, it's gone up 22.45%, and on some markets 22.86%. It is booming at the moment, but it's the best price to buy in at the moment, because last year they lost around 636 million, but the year before that made 10.1 billion. The year before that, in 2018, made about 8.1 billion in revenue. The reason it made a loss last year is because of the Boeing 737 incidences. You might have seen it online, but two malfunctions in a year made two airplanes crash. That means that their market share is at a low price at the moment, maybe 20-30% below what it should be, but it is going to rebound. Boeing don't only do airplanes, but they make a lot of weapons and things like that for the American government as well. So that isn't a company they're going to let just fall. Americans are known for wanting to be not the bullies of the land and want to be the most invested in terms of weaponry, etc., etc. So they're not going to let this company fall. Even if it does go down, they will put all manner of money in it just to see it respond and bounce back up to market. So you've got to be investing in airline companies. Boeing, there you go, 22% increase. Look at London Stock Exchange. You can see news and events on all companies at the moment, whatever they might be doing, the latest news. So if you want to keep updated with what's going on at any point in time, you can see all of the news that comes up on every single FTSE 100, FTSE 250, FTSE 350 company. Also, start educating yourselves at home as well. I just give some personal advice. Open University, this page here is giving out free courses on from languages to money and business. So here's one that says managing my money for young adults. I think it's very imperative, if you're at home, you're not doing anything, or even if you're working from home, definitely make sure you get onto some of these sites and educate yourself as well. That's just a giveaway. Also, one of my personal favorites, not just investing in stocks and shares, but cryptocurrencies as well. As you can see here, if you just look down the list in the last 24 hours, you can see a 5% increase on Bitcoin, 4.6% or 4.67 on Ethereum. Look, it's all green. Everything's gone up in the last 24 hours. That means that if you invested £1,000 in Monero yesterday, today you would have an extra 80 to £80 or so there, nearly an extra £100 on top of it, just in a day, for almost doing nothing at all. So look, it's green the whole way down. There is no red I've seen the whole way. Any coin you're investing at the moment, any stock or share almost that you're investing at the moment, is going to go up. There's one there, 2.5%, but not a big loss. Everything is going up. That's about 15%. I think I just saw there on another crypto coin. There you go, on Nano. So there's a lot of scope to be investing at the moment and making money. the last one I would say to do, I'll leave you with this and we'll close it here. But it says here, if you invested $1,000 10 years ago in any of these firms, this is the amount of money that you would have now. So this is General Electric, this is Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company, Coca-Cola, Walmart, FedEx, Microsoft, Mylan, McDonald's. So we eat at some of these companies every single day and probably spent £2,000, but we can actually make £2,000 here. And I'll just take it to the top level. If you invested $1,000 10 years ago in Starbucks, you'd now have 4 times that amount. Apple, you'd now have 6 times that amount. Amazon, you'd have 12 times that amount. But Netflix, you invested $1,000 10 years ago, you'd now have $50,000 to your name. So the time to invest is now. Like I said, Warren Buffett said, when the greedy are fearful, when everyone's being greedy, you should be fearful. But when everyone's being fearful, it's the time to be greedy. And at the moment, the market is very fearful. So it's the time to invest like never before. If you want to follow us for all the latest news on finance, please subscribe to the page. We're also on all social media platforms on FSM Academy. I hope you've had a good day. I hope this was very insightful, and watch out for the next videos.